If I'm being honest, Moonshine might be one of the most overrated crafts in Tarkov. But don't worry, because I'm going to show you guys what I like to craft instead that makes 4 times the profit in the same amount of time. And then I'm going to show you how to make a little bit more than that. Let's get into it. So first, I want to explain why Moonshine isn't a good craft for most players who are doing it. And for this, I'm going to completely ignore fuel costs for the whole video and focus purely on the crafts themselves. See, Moonshine takes 2 sugars and 1 super water to craft. If you scroll the Flea Market, you can see that 1 sugar is around 45,000 rubles, so you'd need around 90,000 rubles to purchase 2 of them. Then the price of the super water is going to be an additional 155,000 rubles, which leads us full circle to a cost of roughly 245,000 rubles. The crafting time of Moonshine is 3 hours and 3 minutes, so we'll just use a 24-hour day for the example. In 24 hours, you can craft 8 moonshines. If the cost is 245,000 rubles per moonshine, you're seeing a total investment of 1,960,000 rubles to craft 8 of them. Once you decide to sell those 8 on the flea market, you'll get about 255,000 rubles per moonshine. Since you're selling 8 moonshines, that's a total of 2,040,000 rubles. Minus the cost of investment, and you've profited only 80,000 rubles. But what if I told you you could make over 4 times that amount in the same time because of these bad boys? Yep, that's super water. So the cool thing about super water is it only requires a water filter to craft. And if we're being technical, it takes 64 durability of a water filter and 5 hours and 25 minutes to craft. So in the same 24-hour example, you can craft 4 super waters. And since they only require 64 durability from the water filter, you'll only need 3 water filters to do it. If you purchase your water filters from the flea, you're going to spend about 70,000 rubles for a 100 durability one. So to purchase 3 of them, you'd spend about 210,000 rubles. And as we said, this is enough water filters to craft 4 super waters. Super water sells on the flea market for roughly 160,000 rubles. So you'd end up making 640,000 rubles from 4 of them, minus the water filter cost of 210,000 rubles, and you're left with 430,000 ruble profit. Compared to the Moonshine profits, there's just not really much of an argument there. But what if you live in your hideout? You know, you're just a hideout crafting demon. You never want to see the sun. All you want to do is play in the hideout. You don't even want to play the game, much less touch grass. All you want to do is craft. What if you chose to craft all of your own super water to make your own moonshine? Like we said, 4 super waters cost about 210,000 rubles in water filters to craft them. 8 moonshines per 24-hour day will take 16 sugars. At 45,000 rubles each, that's another 720,000 rubles worth of sugar. Plus your water filters, and you're up to 930,000 rubles total to craft 8 moonshines. Then you sell your moonshine for 255,000 rubles each for a total amount of 2,040,000 rubles. Minus the sugar cost and minus the water filter cost, you're left with only 1,110,000 rubles profit. And this is where it gets spicy, because if you consider that your super water could have been sold on the flea market for 640,000 rubles, you're only looking at a realistic profit of 470,000 rubles versus just selling the super water outright. So at the core values in a 24-hour day, crafting moonshine with found in raid items or purchased items will make around 80,000 rubles profit versus just selling the items on the flea market and not crafting them in the first place. Crafting super water from the flea market water filters can make you 430,000 rubles profit. But using your own crafted super water to craft moonshine will give you 470,000 ruble profit. Yeah, that's only 30,000 rubles more than just crafting the super water and selling the super water and not even wasting your time. So it's not tough to see why I think this super water is one of the best hideout crafts that you can do. Now, obviously, this conversation can go really deep. I mean, if you really wanted to, you could technically craft or barter your own sugar or your own water filters to save even more rubles to make more profit. But I'm not going to go into all that because I prefer not to spend 12 hours a day in the game just figuring out which barters and crafts I can do. I mean, I kind of like touching grass. Sometimes. I just hope I helped kind of clear the air of the stigma of moonshine being this great craft in the hideout and kind of helped you guys to understand the different profits you can make with the different crafts. My brain is fried. That was way too much math this early in the morning. If this video helped you at all, consider throwing a like on it so it'll get pushed to more people. And as always, if you enjoy my content or you want to stay up to date with the future videos that I make, consider hitting that sub button. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out, baby.